stupid crap in the news, stupid shit in the news, whatever you want to call it. It's just stuff that you're like, what are these people thinking? So anyways, 5 minutes go, and Jake, what do you got in stupid shit in the news today?
I think it was on a few days ago in Canada, in Ontario.
Oh, right by Detroit border. We used to go there and party when we were under 21.
An 18-year-old kid got caught by the cops doing 191 miles an hour.
Wow.
They're saying that he's traveling. It was in a Mercedes. I don't know the model, but it was his dad's car, and they're saying he was doing about a football field a second.
That's instant death if you hit something.
Well, you're going to go into powder.
Well, I guess it depends what you hit.
I don't think, even if you hit a bird, that's going to do damage to that vehicle, doing almost 200. I mean, NASCAR goes what, around 200?
200, 220.
Okay, so this dude's
NASCARing
it on the freeway. And as we all know, Canada don't mess around when it comes to their driving stuff.
No, man, their like speed limit is 55 kilometers everywhere over there.
Yeah, so they're saying that the car got impounded for a week. His driver's license is getting suspended for at least 2 years, and he might be looking at a hefty fine.
Hefty fine's not bad, but comparatively, I think in the U.S. they'd put you in jail.
Oh yeah, you're for sure going to jail.
For reckless driving.
What I wonder is, like, if you get a DUI, you can't go to Canada, right? Because it's technically reckless driving or whatever you want to call it.
True.
So I'm wondering how that's going to go for him. Even though he's already there, I wonder if they're going to...
Not allow him to the U.S.?
No, I'm wondering if they're ever going to allow him to get his license back. And who's going to cover that guy for insurance?
Well, he didn't cause any damage. So technically, he might be insurable. He didn't cause like, $1 million in damage and do it that way.
But 191 miles an hour? That's gnarly.
You gotta love being 18, right? You're invincible.
Dude.
I don't care. I can go as fast as I want.
I wish I kept reading the story to see if I could figure out what model Mercedes it was. And all they said was Mercedes. I'm sure they don't want to name it specifically because then you have a bunch of speed demons going to buy this car.
I want this one. I want that. Well,
it's got to be one of the AMGs.
The AMG, like the 6.3 turbo,
exactly.
the GT.
There's no way, it definitely wasn't an SUV.
Well, if they have a 191 mile an hour SUV, wow, that's pretty damn fast. So if you guys are listening and you know what model of Mercedes goes 191 on street legal freeway roads there, let us know. And then even with these cars, when you get them, don't they govern them? I'm assuming not, or in the U.S. do they govern them? Do you have to get it programmed?
I know that you can take the governors off, but that's here. I don't know if the rules, if it's different up there. They may give them ungoverned up there.
That, and they're actually German cars, right?
Right.
So it's not an American company.
Exactly. So when it comes here, they put a governor on it, but I don't know if it's only because they're coming here that they do that.
We'd have to look into that. But yeah, people out there listening, tell us what kind of car this Mercedes is. I'm going to bet that it's one of the 6.3 dual turbo AMGs.
It has to be. There's
like
no way.
Like the C63 or the GT or something like
There's
that.
no way I mean, but could you imagine like a moose jumps out in front of you?
Oh, death.
At 191 miles an hour?
That moose is getting...
Yeah. That thing's going to be in your lap.
Well...
He might go under it if it's one of those smaller ones. Like he may just, if he can really Ricky Bobby it, just get right between the legs.
Well, if you're moving a football field per second. I mean, so you got to think like if you even move your steering wheel
just a hair,
and then you're probably going to get a death wobble. I mean, you're going to be straight on. That's all you can do is straight on.
I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I wonder what the freeways are like up there to be able to go that fast. Like, is it just a huge open long shot? Like the I-5? That's the only area where I could think of around here where you could get up to that speed. You're not doing it on the 405. You're not doing it on the 110. You don't have a long enough stretch.
I don't think...
So it's got to be like the 5.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have some distance.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch you in the head, dog. I'm really not, but you're bothering me. Be quiet. Anyways, pardon our audience. We have a dog, and she wants to be in the movie. So listen, we've got a few seconds left on that one, but 191, what's the fastest you've ever gone?
In a car?
In a car.
120. I was with my cousin. He had an old GT, I think it was like a 92 Mustang that he did a bunch of stuff to, and he had over 600 horsepower in it, and it was
epic.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, it's sketchy, and worse is going real fast on water.
Hydroplaning?
Well, no, like in a boat.
Oh.
That same cousin was behind the wheel of a speedboat, and we got from here to Davies Locker over in the other side of Long Beach there in about 5 minutes. You're just, you hit water and you're in the air, and then water and then you're in the air, and there's nothing to grab onto, and all you can think is if one little weight comes, there's nothing holding you into this boat. You're just sitting there. The wife was in the back screaming at me, and I'm like, I'm not driving. Why is this my fault?
Dimey!